Hello, my friends. Amy with Campbell Creations, and today I am going to be using Dollar Bead Box June 2025, and we're going to make a couple bracelets. Okay. I love pink and green. I love pink and green together. I think it is such a great combination. And playing with wire the other night, I had come up with a link, and I thought, boy, those flowers that came in last month's Dollar Bead Box would be perfect. And I still have a lot of beads. So let's use it. Okay, let's use it. So the first bracelet that we're going to be making today is primarily from contents with that Dollar Bead Box. The second bracelet, I'm just flowing in that pink and that green. Okay, and it's going to be primarily from my stash, and it's going to be gemstones, and I'm just excited about both bracelets. Really excited. So the star of the show for this first bracelet is this link. And it's so cute with these flowers, right? I love it. Now we are going to be mixing some metals, so we're going to be using rose gold for this link. We're also going to be, for the other links that we're making, we're going to use gunmetal, and then we're going to pull in a pop of silver. I think it'll be fun. This isn't a hard link at all. I'm going to show you how to make it. Okay, I'm going to show you how to make it. So we'll set him aside. All of our 6, 5, and 4 millimeter beads here are from Dollar Bead Box for last month. Plus these two guys and our little ladybugs we might be pulling in, and these awesome links. I love these links so much. These are absolutely getting incorporated in this bracelet. Definitely. We have the tiles that came in this cool little button bead. And then from my stash, I'm bringing in some leaves. I love the leaves that have the top drill like this. That little nub at the top. I think they lay so beautifully. So I'm bringing in some of the bigger ones here that have that kind of rose gold wash through it. And then some of these little guys for other links. Love those. I brought in some flower beads from my stash. So I brought these guys in. Love them. I didn't have any that was in a darker tone like this, but this I think is going to work really well. It's going to pull in all those tones that we're using today. Our little bellflowers here. I made some cha-chas. The last couple times I made a bracelet, I wasn't able to do the cha-chas because I ran out of time. I took too much time. And so I pre-made them. We're going to use them. We're going to have cha-chas. We're definitely going to have cha-chas. And then these. I got these on Amazon, and I love these little discs. I haven't gotten to use them much since I got them. I got them like in the fall. Well, no, I guess it was around Christmas time, I think, that I got these. And I just love them. So I'll find that link and list it below. I'll link that below for you. And I'm ready to get started. Are you ready to get started? Okay, let's do it. So for this link, it's not difficult. It's not difficult at all. I have cut 20 gauge wire here. I'm using rose gold. I've cut this to about 4.5 inches. Now I'm doing 4.5 instead of 4 just to give me some wiggle room in case these two ends aren't the same length. But we're overall for this link using about 4 of these inches. Okay, I'm going to bring in my 6-step bail making pliers for this, and we're going to be using the smallest step. So I want that step that we're using to be on the top. Okay, so I have my smallest step on top, and I'm going to just get about halfway point, and I'm just going to push this up, and I'm going to try to be about equal. We're about equal there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cross these. I'm going to do this pinch, good pinch, bring one down, bring the other one down. And I'm going to stop at this point just to make sure that we are next to each other, right? We don't have a big gap here. Nothing's looking wonky. Okay, and if everything's looking good, I'm just going to pull this down the rest of the way, down the side of my pliers. Pull that one down the side of my pliers. I'm going to pop out my 6-step bail making pliers. Because this next little step, I like to pull in my round nose pliers for. It's just a preference, really. So I'm coming in here, and I'm bringing it all the way up. That way I know it's the right size. I'm going all the way in until it stops. I'm going to bring it up. So all we're going to be doing is crisscrossing these, but we want them to stay on their own side. See? I want them to stay on their own side. So I'm just going to come right across with one, right across with the other. This one's a little wonky. Okay? And that's what we're looking at. Let me come up just a little bit because I want that to kind of look like a V. Okay, but we're going to have those 3 wraps that it's going to be showing us. I'm going to pop these out. I'm going to bring in my trusty pliers here. and I'm going to hold on to this. And the only thing I'm going to be doing at this point is I'm going to give kind of pressure with my fingers on either side of the wire, and I'm just going to flip that over. Okay, so now we have the loop going this way with the V coming up. So you see it just gives that little cross. Actually, you can straighten it a little bit. I need to straighten this just a little, bring it up a little bit more. Okay, to where you see that little cross. Have a couple loops down here. Here's that other side. You want to do that one more time? Let's do it one more time. We're only using one leaks, but we'll make two. Okay, so I have my wire, 6-step bail making pliers, the smallest one on the top. Find about my center. Woohoo! Start to push up. And I usually go pretty slow here because I'm wanting to see if we're about even. Okay, this guy over here is a little bit longer, so I'm going to be pushing him more so than the other guy. So not too shabby, just about even. I'm going to pinch him real good. They're going to cross. I'm going to pull, I'm going to pull this one down and push that one down and make sure they're right next to each other. And I'm just going to continue that path down the side of the pliers. One side, the other side. I'm going to take out my pliers. I'm going to bring in my round nose. Okay, just make sure, bring it all the way in there, right? All the way in there. And then these guys up here, I want to make sure that they stay on their own side. So by default, they want to cross. Okay, so the back one is wanting to cross over that front one. I do not want that to happen. Okay, so I'm bringing it all the way in, making sure they're on the right side, and then I'm just coming down some to kind of make that V. So this is what we're looking at. And then I'm going to come in here with my pliers. And sometimes you see I got it a little bit low. It's okay. Just pop it up a little bit. Pop it up a little bit. Come in here with my pliers. Hold on to it. And all we're going to be doing, bringing this wire up. All we're going to be doing is bringing this wire up. Okay, we're just going to twist it. We're just going to turn it. Okay, this way I have my loop going this way and the V coming out that way. Okay, if you need to straighten it up a little bit, straighten it up a little bit. Okay, there's my guy. There's one side. There's the other side. Super easy. Super easy. It's actually way easier whenever you're not trying to hold it like this and show on the camera. Just saying. Just saying. Okay, so we have our piece, and we can tell just by looking at it, one's shorter than the other one. Okay, well, I think for my purpose, I want one to be a little shorter than the other. I want one to be sticking out more than the other. But to make sure of that, if I grab this guy, to make sure of that, and the reason why I want to make sure of that is because I don't want their leaves like all over each other. Okay, I want them to have their own placement. So I just have one bead at the bottom of this one and 3 at the bottom of this one. It makes, you know, one look a little taller than the other, but overall, we're not too bad, right? Pretty even. While we're here, let's take a look at what the distance is between these two guys. So the distance between these two guys, right about 2 inches. The distance between ours, a little more than 2 inches, right? It's all right. Let's see what we want to do. Now, when it comes to that distance, totally up to you, okay? Totally up to you. What I'm going to do, and what I like to do, is the one that appears to be shorter, I'm going to keep shorter, okay? I'm just going to pop one of these on. And I'm using the littler ones just as a preference. You find your path, you find your method, you choose your way. I'm going to pop just one little guy on here. Okay, I'm going to put on 2 leaves. And I just love these leaves with that rose gold wash through them. They're just so cool, right? And then what I want to do is before I put my top on, I do want to give that little pop. I think it really is good to have that little pop in there for me. So I'm going to Oh, the dogs are being crazy. They're running around. Jasper's running around chair, running around. Can you hear him? He thinks he's mean. I'm gonna pop this on. There's our one little guy. Now we probably want something here up top, and all we're gonna need above it is the amount of space you're gonna need to make a simple wrap, a simple loop. And my simple loop is 1/4 inch. One sec, they're getting a little out of hand. So I'm gonna have way more than that that's available here, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and pop one of our little crystals on. And you know, it's up to you what you wanna do for your crystal. I wanted one that was more of like a rondelle shape. I thought that would look really cute on top. That's not what I did with the other one, but I just think it would be cute. So I just grabbed one out of my stash, okay? And I'm gonna just pop this right on top. And then let's look and see how long this flower is overall. Okay, so they both should be, you know, total about 1.5 inches. It can be up to 1 3/4, but yeah, that's about right. That's about right. And the reason why I'm doing that to see how tall it is because I don't want it too long here, right? I don't want it halfway up my arm. So I'm just gonna make my simple little loop. So I'm gonna bend this up here, make sure he's all the way down. Give a nice little bend. I'm gonna trim him off. Can you hear Jasper running around? He is crazy. He is crazy. I was going to record this last night, Friday night, but then things got really busy. So it's Saturday morning. I'm going to release this morning. And I initially made this on late Thursday night. Yeah, late Thursday night. So, and I didn't test this again or practice with it again before I did this. I was just like, oh, psh, it's easy. So if I was fumbling a little bit, I'm so sorry. I hope I wasn't fumbling a bit. I don't want to make it confusing. I'm going to give a little loop. Just a little bitty loop is all we need. Just a little bitty guy. Just a little bitty guy. Enough to put 2 thin jump rings through. That's what we're needing. Looks like he's a little hung up there on that crystal, so I'm going to make sure that crystal's all the way down. Make sure he gets closed all the way. So there's one side. Super cute, super cute. I love it. So on the other side, I don't want to fight for that leaf section, right? So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to grab 3 of these. And we're going to pop 3 on the bottom and see what that looks like, what that depth and what that length is. Make sure you're turning your crystals if they want to get caught up or stuck. Don't just push, push, push. We don't want to crack a bead. These little ones, yeah. Oh, see, it still happened. Look, and all I did was twist. That is so heartbreaking. So heartbreaking. Let's see what's up here on the tip top. Let's give him a little trim because he doesn't seem too nice. So let's put a second one on. There, that goes on a little easier. Now let's grab a third guy. His poor friend just didn't fare too well. Okay, so when I get to 3, I'm looking at my depth. If I was to put these other 2 on, let's see how this goes. 1, 2. That's pretty good. If these swapped around, we're still pretty good. So check like both sides. Okay, once he's done, they'll stay where they need to be done or where they need to be. So I'm going to go ahead and just put them like this. I'm going to come in with my bead cap facing away, and then right down with my little tulip. I love tulips. So cute, right? So cute. So let's bring in our little rondelle. We'll pop him on. And I'm wanting to make sure I have at least 1/4 inch here because that's what it takes to make a simple loop for me. If this is going to be less than 1/4 inch, because you see we had to pop off part of the top of him, if that's any less, then I'm going to want to use a smaller crystal. Okay, so where are we at? Oh, it's just a little over. We're good. We are good. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure he's all the way down. He's all the way down. Then give a bend up here. Trim off just a little bit because that's where my sweet spot is. So how much do we have now? Yep, right about a quarter. And I'm just going to give him a little loop, a little bitty. Little bitty loop. And that's our link. He's so cute. Isn't he so cute? So you can choose how you want this to be, right? Do you want him to be further up and this guy further out? How do you want your link to go? Okay, so we see that when we're on the bracelet, here's the way that link's going to go. One guy's here, one guy's up there. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to come in here. I think I'm just going to adjust them a little bit, because I would like this to be in the middle, like that. So now it's going this way. What's our distance between them? Our distance for this one is about 2 1/4. The last one was about 2. So just be mindful of that. And it really all depends on what your angle is here, how you want to do it. And for me, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to go with whatever comes out because I like him. I just like him like that. I like, you know, the angle of them going like that. But I want something to go across here and to have some little cha-chas hanging down. That's what I'm wanting to do. So I want my link or links to be pretty small. And then that's going to spread out through the bracelet. So here is the one we just made. This is how it would look on the wrist, which is super cute, right? And from here, we would have a link that meets in the middle, little dangles, and then our strand that goes back. So let's see. I'm going to pull these in. We're going to make those links. We're going to make those links. Now, I think I want it to be pretty small, right? So if we have just over 2 inches here, then we're wanting these to definitely be less than an inch. Definitely. Because we're going to jump ring them just for the fluidity factor of it. You know, I don't want it to get all caught up. But even though we're jump ringing it, I don't want it to have extra room because those dangles are just going to be a big gap. They could come all the way down here. I don't want that. I want it to be kind of tight. So let's see. For these 2 links that we're going to use up here at the top part, I'm going to, I didn't determine what I wanted to be on them. I just brought out all the good beads. All the good beads. Now, I really like with the tinge here that's on the leaves. I really like these. So I definitely want to incorporate them. And then we may as well incorporate the same as the stem, right? So that would be good. So we'll bring in some of these guys. And yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do in that. So let's do rose gold. Let's go rose gold at the end with one of our spacers. And then we'll do one of the bigger beads. And then maybe we'll do a small bead in the middle. Pull out that gunmetal a little more, right? So our link, our wire is gunmetal. And then I'm going to trim this top off. He looks like he has a little nub on him as well. Okay, we'll bring in some gunmetal in the middle. And then, now do I want to go that route? No, I don't think I'm going to have a middle bead, actually. I think I'm just going to have this because I want it to stay small, you know? So yeah, I think that'll be good. We'll have our rose gold at the end and gunmetal bead in the middle. Just be a little video guy. So if he comes to here, that's almost center, you see. He would almost be center. So yeah, I want it to stay small like that. And if it ends up being too small, we'll get it fixed up. We'll fix it. We'll make another one. Not a biggie at all. But I would rather have to do that than to put it all together and find out that it's a droop in there in the center and then we start all over, you know? So yeah, I thought he came right up and over there. Stay in your place, little guy. Okay, so then on this side, we're gonna do the same thing. So we'll bring in that rose gold. We'll bring in one of our 4mm. Put a little gunmetal in the middle. Let's trim him as well. Boy, all of these today are just kind of angry on the ends. Angry little guys. So we'll do that gunmetal bead in the middle. And we'll just do another one of these. End it off with rose gold. Then we'll make our simple loop. All the way down. I am going to be using jump rings, so I'm going to go all the way down and do it the same direction. Okay, he's on there good. Trim him up. Trim this guy up too. And we'll bring in our round nose pliers. Just a little bitty loop is all we need. We need to keep a hold of it though too. Okay, nice simple little loop. Make sure he's good and straight. Make sure he's closed all the way. That one's all the way as well. Then we'll come in here with our other. Okay. Oh, he needs to go a little further. There we go. Okay, so we are going to link to this with jump rings. And you know, I was like, okay, rose gold or gunmetal, rose metal, gunmetal, or rose gold, gunmetal. And I was like, you know what? Let's do rainbow instead. Fun. Just fun. I really like it. We're already mixing those metals. Why not just have, why not have a little fun with it, right? And it kind of matches, you know, that tinge that's in these beads that we used at the base of, you know, that stem part of the flower. So let's clean up in here. I'm gonna bring in my trustees. Let's get these connected. Oh, and which one of our dangles do we want to use? I made some cha-chas. I like that lighter. I like that lighter color. I think that lighter color is going to pop out some of what else is going on in this bracelet. And we'll just do a couple of these. So I'll do those guys. We may pull in those other ones. We'll see. So let's get these connected and see what this length looks like. So come in here, grab one side, and pop him on. Make sure he's good and closed. Great. And we'll come in and do the center. And when I'm doing the center, we're going to be including those cha-chas. So let's get him open. And I am going to pop on little guy here. Go ahead and put on our link. Put on his friend. Let's grab a hold here. Ooh, I don't have a good hold. I can feel it. There we go. So on this side, then I'm wanting to pop in this other flower, this bellflower, my other link, and then our little bitty cha-cha guy. And this is going to be a full house. Yep, that is a full house. So let's be really easy peasy, gentle. Make sure we have a good hold. Oh, get a good hold, Amy. And I'll just close them up. Okay, make sure they're closed all the way. Give a little squeeze. Then we go to that other side. So what are we looking like right now? Oh, it's going to be tight. I like that. I like that. I want it to be tight, right? I want it to be tight so that this doesn't droop too much, and so it kind of keeps this together so it's not floppy at all on your arm, right? It's all secure in one solid piece. I like that a lot. I would much rather it be a little tight, you know, and just this connection between these two guys than in any way to be loose. Okay, so we're going to come here on this side. We're going to bring our link over, and you see I'm bending it just a little bit to get it where it needs to be. Something scared the dog. I don't know what that something is, but something scared the dog. My goodness. She scared me. Wowza. Okay, so I'm going to come in here and I'm going to close this up. Oops, I was grabbing the wrong part. I'm going to grab this here and we'll close that up. Oh, make sure he's closed good. Wow, she kind of scared me. I don't know what. They all lay in here with me. No matter where I am, they are with me. All of them. Yeah, that's cute. Okay, so I want that jump ring. You see how I pushed that jump ring so it went to the back? I'm just gonna kind of give him a little, so you see just a little bit as those leaves touching. But you see those little cha-chas that's hanging down the middle? So cute. But if these would have been down here like this, oh, sorry. If these would have been down here like this, no, that would have been not okay. It wouldn't have looked cute at all. But that is cute. Okay, so let's set this aside. Let's take a peek at it on the arm. Okay, so this is what it would look like for the focal. That's super cute, right? Super cute. One thing to be mindful of. Our loops up here at the top of our flowers, you want them to be looking in this, like in the same direction. You don't want this guy this way and this guy this way, because their connections are going to be going like that, right? So you have a little bit of give here, but not too much. I like that. So we want to make some links that's going to go through the top part. That's going to make that first strand for the bracelet. But I'm thinking before we make those links, I want to go ahead and start on this strand. Okay, and then we'll kind of bead bug the strand, and then we can finish out our links so that we know what size we're looking for. So let's come in here. I am using, let's see, I am using Soft Flex Medium here in sterling silver. And I have about, I'd say about 6-7 inches. Let's look. This overall bracelet should be about 6 1/4, 6 1/2. Yeah, I got about 6 1/2, 7. And this we will want to bring through here. Now, I don't want this flopping around all over the place. Okay, I want this to stay secure, so I want something on both sides of that to make sure that it's not going to move. You know, once I put everything together, it's not going to move anywhere. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I was thinking maybe rose gold, but now that I'm looking up, I'm thinking gunmetal. That way I get that mixed metal vibe here. So if I do a gunmetal, and then maybe let's do a spacer bead in the middle where this would rest on. So let's do a spacer bead in there. Let's go through. And good, that's not going to go through. Okay, I wanted to make sure it wasn't too small. If so, if this spacer was too small, we would use that one. Okay, but nope, it doesn't look like it. But I want it to stay little beads right through here because you see how close our little leaf is. So I'm thinking maybe we'll stick with this theme here and we'll go with these little like rose gold ones on each side. Okay, so if this comes down, yeah, we wouldn't want it any bigger than that. See how close it is? So then just to make sure that it kind of passes that, I'm going to bring in, let's do one of these. Okay, so we've got the daisy spacer, then we've got that little rose gold bead, that little pink speckled bead. They're so cute. I just love the colors that was in this month. Love them. Can I see? There we go. Then a little spacer bead. Yeah, That way it's not too much going on. Okay, bring him up. And that's what we're looking at here at the bottom. Cute, cute, cute. So now I want to go into a series. I definitely want to pull in some green, and I want some bigger green. Okay, so I like these guys. They're a little bit big, maybe. They're a little bit big. Maybe. But definitely I want some green. Definitely I want some green. So let's go with these two sizes. And maybe since we've got so much of the rose gold color that's in here, maybe we'll go kind of green heavy. And so from here, let's do a green. And actually, I may want to stay with these little bitty guys. They're just little bitty things. I may want to stick with them. Let's bring them down. That way we have a bigger green and then the smaller rose gold. So let's see. And maybe at the end of each of these, we will put a little spacer. Maybe. That does look pretty cute. Yeah, let me get some more of those out. I think that'll be cool. Oh, nope, not you. Not you. You, yeah. Oh, I have a little bead cap in there, it looks like. What else did I have in there? Oh, another bead cap. So there's two bead caps? Not the same bead cap. Okay. All right, so let's put one of those in between. Then I'll go green, rose gold, green, spacer guy. Just as easy as that. I like that. I do. I like it really easy peasy. And it allows all of this to really shine and have its own statement. Because these links are going to be really cool too. So yes, let's keep this simple and green heavy. I do like that. I do like that for more than one reason. So then let's grab a couple more. Oh, I wanted to give a shout out to Miss Jody Krantz. I was super surprised, and I love surprises. So I had mentioned on a video that I was doing that I was using the last of my antique bronze Coriana chain. I love Coriana chain. I love antique bronze. I use them a lot together, and antique bronze Coriana chain is hard to find. It really is. And so I get the mail yesterday, and I'm like, what's this little package? This little Etsy package from Miss Jody Krantz. I didn't even know she had an Etsy. Yes, little stinker, she surprised me and sent me some Coriana chain. Isn't that so sweet? And the free gift that came with it, even though it was all free because she just sent it to me, the free gift that came with it was really good free gift. And I was like, I need to up my free gift game, don't I? I need to up that. So Miss Jody, thank you so much. Really appreciate that. And if you guys also didn't know that she has an Etsy, here, I'll link it right there. I'll display it there for you to see. So yeah, it's been kind of busy. I haven't gotten to go back on there to see what else she has going on, but I'm definitely gonna. But that was just super sweet. And it was a really cool surprise. I kind of needed a surprise that day. It's a long day. But it's actually been a long week. So once again, I'm going to be trying to bust out as many tutorials as I can over the weekend because it's just busy weeks. And then in a couple weeks, I start that travel for work for a little bit. And so I'm going to get some content up and going so it's ready while I'm gone, just like last year. Gosh, it seems like just yesterday, but it also seems like so long ago, last year when I was traveling. Crazy. This year has just flown by. Absolutely flown by. I couldn't believe when it was tax season already, you know, and then next thing you know, you blink and tax season's over. Oh, it was so busy. Oh, it was so busy. I was a very, very busy lady this tax season. All right, and maybe it seemed busier dealing with things, you know. Let's see if we're even. Okay, so here I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's put another one on there. And then let's, for right now, bead bug this and talk about our links. And then based on that length, we can finish this out and do all that good jazz. But let's go ahead and bead bug this. So that way we know what length we're looking at so far. And actually we'll take a peek at that before we start the links, just so we know where we are. Again, I was thinking about toggling it. I was also thinking about incorporating some red or these ladybugs in this strand, but it doesn't look like I did that, does it? Doesn't look like it. So let's see where we're at here. Okay. Okay, so this will be the bottom. That's about where I am right now. But so cool. So cool. I think this is going to be so cool. And I'm really hoping that it's like a comfy, easy to wear bracelet as well. So having that coolness factor and it being comfy and easy to wear, oh my gosh, that would be amazing. That'd be amazing. So we are secure down here with our bead bug. Okay, this isn't going anywhere. It's staying right where we want it to be. And so let's talk about how we want to link this. Okay, easy for me to answer that. I want flowers. I want flowers. Okay, so I'm going to pull in some of these little tulip bead tops, or tulip tops, tulip heads. I don't know. What do you call them? What is that called? I'm going to just call them tulips. They are tulips. And what I'm wanting to do is, so I think I'm going to start with the top of the tulip. Okay, that way I can see how I want it to flow down to the other side. And so I think I'm wanting to do a spacer, like a little pop of something up here, but I think I want it to be the silver. So let's pop one of these silver guys on. Oops. I thought for sure he was on. He was not. Okay, so let's pop one of them on. Let's put our flower. Let's see if we need to trim this. We needed to trim his friend. There he goes. Oh, yeah. He just had a little bit of that gold wash in him. We got that done. Let's make sure he's straight because there's not too much wiggle room there. Okay, that's what we're looking at to start. So definitely want him to have leaves, but do we want to bead cap him? He's just a little video guy. Let's see though. I'm all for seeing if we can bead cap. I don't want it to look too wonky though. Oh no, that'll be just adorable. Just adorable. Look at it. Just that little pop down there. Okay. So we'll do 2 of the leaves. Okay, so 1 and 2. So cute. So cute, right? So I think from here, I want to, do we want a stem? I know I want the link to be small, right? Because I was wanting to do one of these and one of these, right? And these are just little bitty guys, so these can be bigger, but I don't want them to be too big because they're going to be coming down like on the wrist, you know, and I want it to have that movement. And if these links are too long when it comes to a bracelet, for me, it seems like they just feel awkward, look awkward. And so I do want it to stay small. So let's do this. Let me try one of these guys. Just for that stem. And then that's when I wanted to pop these in. Hold on, hold on. Look. Yeah, I think so. I think so. Unless, do we have any of the all green? That's these little video guys. I think so. I think so. Let me see here. Yeah. Yeah, we have those. They're little bicones, it looks like. AB bicones. Ooh, yes, please. Oh, that will go so good with those discs, too. So let's see. But I gotta look and make sure. Is it gonna make it too long? Oh, look at that flash. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. Oh, look at that. Yes. Yeah, that's what I want. That's what I like. I like him a lot. Okay, let's put one of these beads at the bottom too. Just kind of finish him out. We're just gonna make a little simple loop with these guys. Super cute. Just a little simple loop. He's a turning. He is not closed all the way, and he is moved up. So just make sure he's pushed all the way down. Make sure you have this all the way closed. And that's our little link. Isn't he cute? Super cute. I like that a lot. How cute is that? Okay, so do we want to start with the flower or do we want to start with the bead? So let's pull this back up. Let's pull this back up. Okay, so where it would be is about right here. Okay, and then we'd have that other bead. Or if we had that other bead, he would be about right here. I think for comfort, we should go here. And hey, I like having flower on flower. So the question though is, which way do we want it to go? Do we want the tulips to be real friendly up here with each other? I think so. I do think so. Yep, I do. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, so let's pull this in. Oh, wrong one. Wrong side. Isn't that so weird when you're used to holding pliers? Like, it is so strange for me to hold my black pliers in my left hand. And considering I just ordered a new pair of these black pliers because they were slipping. Yeah, they were slipping. And when I was in my last tutorial, I was talking about it, but then afterwards I got to looking and there was like hardly any point where they were actually touching. Okay, I guess I've just over twisted and overused them. And so filed it a little bit, and you see now they're touching, and so these are looking great. And I already have another pair on their way for Tuesday, so I will have 2 pair. I like it. So I do want to jump ring this. Okay, so I'm going to jump ring this to my center focal. So let's hook him on. I am making this look way harder than what it is. Not my intention. Okay, let's get him closed up. And then from him, we'll jump ring to one of these guys. And let's see, which one do we want to start with? We'll probably start with this little one. Okay, little one. Okay, so we'll come off of him. We'll hook this guy on. We'll close him up. So now let's look at how this would be on me. Okay, so this is here. This is so cute, right? That is just so stinking cute. Ah! Oh my. Okay. Okay, guys, I'm going to make up a few more of these. Okay, I'm going to make up a few more of these. I need to let the dogs out real quick. They need to go potty. And then I'll be right back here, okay? Be right back. Okay, so as you can see, I cleaned up my mat a little bit as well. Let the dogs out and I came back and I was like, whoo, that was crazy. So where we're at is I went ahead and made these other 3 links here. I brought down the other links that I'm wanting to use. These are connected. So we're going to do this here on the other side. And then it looks like on this side, it's about even here. So if we add those other 2, it should be about even with this other side as well. What length are we looking at actually? We are currently at almost 5, about 4 3/4. So we'll definitely have another link in there. So let's do this. Let me grab my jump rings. Let's get our pliers. Let's connect that other side. I think it's fun to pull in these, these rainbow jump rings. Just something different, you know. I was back and forth on which to use, you know, the gunmetal or the rose gold, and I kind of gave myself a little chuckle whenever I decided, oh yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, we'll connect to that jump ring. Get that closed up. Okay, we'll do this other guy here. And you know, I was going to do that second bracelet. I'm almost thinking with that idea, I think I have an idea for a necklace for it. So I may make that a separate tutorial, and maybe we'll do a necklace and a bracelet. That would be cool. That would. We'll see. We'll see. Super cute, right? So my question is, for our next link here, should we have these facing this way or this way? Oh, I'm thinking this way. I'm thinking that way. Yeah, totally thinking that way. Okay, so let's do that. Let's go ahead and connect him. Not quite closed. There you go. Okay, and we'll knock out this other one. Then let's add some more beads to our bottom part there. Then we'll talk about closure time. I don't think I want any cha-chas on these because it would then be on like the bone of your wrist or underneath your wrist, and I really don't think I want that. Maybe at the closure I'll put those in there. Maybe we'll do it that way. Okay, so let's add a little bit more down here. Okay, so we'll do a couple of these green and a little pink in the middle. Pop him on. Bead bug this back up. We'll do the same thing to the other side, and then we will check that length. Just a very different bracelet here. Very different. I think it'll be cool. So this is so far still looking too long or longer, but this is a thinner strand. So the thinner strand is going to take up less circumference. So let's go ahead and peek at it. So let me scooch that up. Oh my gosh, this is just going to be so fun. This is just so fun. Oh yeah, no, I think we're good actually. You see here, maybe a little bit. This is the wider part of my wrist anyhow. So, Let's think. Maybe, because I don't have much room either, right? And we started with one of these. How about we just end with one of those too? We'll just end that way and then we'll be good with this. Okay, so let's try that out. So then from here, we've got bead, another pink, and then I'll just do another bead, like another spacer bead. I don't think I want to go much longer than that. I don't think I want to go longer than that at all. I really don't. If anything, we'll add another jump ring, but I am running out of room and I'm afraid that it's going to be too long in the end. So let's get some clamshell connectors. Okay, and I think actually I'm going to do this kind of stainless one instead of, I don't have any more gunmetal and I don't want to do rose gold for it. I just don't want to. So we're going to do that. Okay, I'll grab a couple crimp tubes. We will close him off. Let's see where we are. And ooh, on this one, let's give a little bit more room here. Oh, a clamshell or a bead bug to the you know, that's what happened here. That's why there's a little hole right there because I totally took out a chunk with the bead bug. Oh, I remember that for sure. Okay, so let's pop him on. And actually this is stainless steel, so I want to open him first because he's going to be a tough stuff. Oh yeah. Let's go ahead and open the other one too. There we go. Pop him on. Get my pliers out because that's just going to be a little bitty tail. I'm going to need some help. Ah, he's slipping. Okay, might want to cut the beading wire just a little bit longer. We'll get it though. See? Yeah. We just want that tip top anyways. So I'm going to come up here. I'm going to hold it with this guy. And I'm going to crimp it with this guy. That'll work. Good squeeze. Let's pop him up there, close him off. Then we'll have a little more room on the other side. There we go. That's what I like. Okay. Oh, I hope I wasn't out of frame. Darn it. Fingers crossed I wasn't. Okay, we'll pop this guy on. And then I do want this to have a little bit of movement here. I don't want it to be rigid. So, rolling him up. And I'll come down in here. Pull up on my wire a little bit, push down just a little bit with my pliers. I'll trim him off. Boy, filing that really helped. Wow, wow, wow. Actually, that doesn't look crimped enough. Let's squeeze it a little bit more. Because yes, I've got to make sure it's like crimped. I have heard oh so many times, do you know you overcrimp? Yes, yes I do. Yes I do. I overcrimp. I would rather be safe than sorry. Okay, so here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Okay, so let's see on our length. See how this looks much longer than this, right? Let's see where the difference is. So then we're going to connect them, guys. Okay, so this is just over 6. I'd say 6 1/4. And then up here, we're going to want this one to be a little bit longer anyways because it has more bulk than this, right? That's the whole thing. That's why we use the mandrel as well, because it doesn't just come down to length, it comes to circumference. Okay, so 6. Woohoo! That's quite a bit there. So 2. Now let's try this. Okay, so with this on like this, when we come around, yeah, actually, I think that we are going to have to remove our extra little flower here because it's going to make it too long. Instead of that flower, I think we're going to have to just use this, and that's okay. That's perfectly fine. But that gives us that differential that we're needing to where we're not too long. So let's do that. Ooh, then you want to make a pair of earrings? Let's knock out a pair of earrings because we already have these guys made. Let's do that. Okay, and let's see what we're looking like with this guy. And actually there's some littler ones. Let's see where our difference is actually before we put on that other link. Okay, so here we are, here we are. Yeah, let's do these little pink guys. They're just little bitty guys. We'll do them instead of those bigger pink ones. Did I not open you up enough? Okay, I'll open you up the rest of the way. You got it. There we go. And we're jumping in it, so I'm just going to close him back up. Let's do the other one. There he is. Close him back up. I'll come over here. And we'll close him back up. Yeah, we'll add him because just a little bitty guy. Let's bring these back up here. A little bit out of our way. There we go. Okay, so we have this guy. And we need the other one. So on this side, I'll just pop it open, take him off, put him on. Okay, over here, we'll come back to our jump ring. Pop him on. And his friend. Okay, now let's take a peek. Oh, we're cooking with gas now. Okay, so then when we bring these two together, let's move this over. When we bring these two together, here's what I'm thinking, okay? For this connection, I think I want to, let's see how it would feel. Actually, that would be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool to bring in those sides like that. Okay. I think I have a cool jump ring for that. One sec. Okay, so I have these guys. These are pretty cool looking. Let's do these. I think they'll look good too with the toggle that we're using. We don't need all of you. No, we don't. Let's just grab one off of there. Okay, and I think what we'll do is for this one here, I'm going to put one of these jump rings at the end and have that jump ring connect to these. Okay, and I do not like this jump ring guy right here. I just took a look at him and I don't like him. He needs to be fixed. Let's make y'all better. There we go. Okay, so let's bring in these jump rings. And come in here. Go ahead and put this ring on, even though it's not all the way closed. We'll just pop it on there. Make sure he's good and closed. Okay. Then we'll open this guy up. And we will pop on this and this. He still looks like he's a little bit open. They're clanking. There we go. Okay. So here's that. Now let's do the same on the other side and let's see how we're looking, friends. Oh. Yep. I thought I was forgetting the toggle, but no, the toggle doesn't go on there. Toggle goes on this guy. Okay, let's see how this lays on me. Let's see. Oh, that's so fun. Hold on, let's put this up. Oh, that's fun. Now, honestly, would I like it to be a little tighter? Yes, it's a little bit loose. A little bit loose. Let's put it on the mandrel and see what size it is. But oh, actually it's pretty comfy. That's fun. Those little cha-chas playing out. Oh, that's fun. That's fun. That's fun. Okay, so let's put him on our mandrel and see what size it is. Okay. Yeah, about 6.5, 6 3/4, and I was looking for 6 1/4 or 6.5. So just a little bit big, but not too bad, and super cute, super cute, super cute. I like that, and just something different, something a little bit different, you know. So let's think. Let's do a pair of earrings. I definitely want to do a pair of earrings now. I mean, we have this guy available. So let's do that. Okay, so let's lay him here to the side. So cute. Look at him. I like him a lot. Okay, I like him a lot. I like him a lot. Okay, and for our earrings. Oh, we have some cha-chas. So let's see what we've got for cha-chas. Okay, we'll probably want to do a different one so that they match. And look at these. That's pretty cute, huh? I like that. What might be cool, actually, instead of doing cha-chas, let me think. Let me think. Do I have? I do have two of these guys. So if I was to do this and this, what if, what if this? That's really cute. I like that. I like that. Let's do a couple cha-chas for it. I really like these though too. It depends on how long I want them, and you know me, I don't go for super long earrings. So let me see. Let's go with that. Let's go with that. Let's do. So let's grab a couple of these out. There we go. And I want them to match the cha-chas, that is. So let's see. I don't think I want flowers down there. I was looking up at that. I don't think I want flowers. So I think maybe we'll just do kind of what we've been doing. So we'll do one like this with a little bead up top for both sides. One like that with bead up top. And then let's do one that is, ooh, this might be fun. Let's do the rose gold with the green. That way we're still mixing those metals a little bit in the, oh, that's cute. Cute, cute, cute. I like it. Okay, so let's do another one of those. Oh, and then let's do another one. Hold on, I know what I want to do. Oh, that's the guy that has the wonky hole. Let's pull in one of our head pins here. See if we can get that popped out. No, not so easy. I'll grab another one. Yeah, we still have another one. Okay, so we'll pop him on. Oh, tell me he's not closed too. Okay, no. I was like, oh. Okay, and then I want to do another one. So let's get another head pin. We already have a silver one out, so I'll just grab another one of those. Then on this one, let's do the gunmetal with the pink. That way. No, that's too much. That looks to be too much. That just looks like too much. Let's do the green and see what we think. Ooh, hold on. Oh, alrighty then. Alrighty. I'm liking that. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. Okay, so we'll do the same over here. Grab him up. I'm almost wondering what would it look like. Oh, that's cute. Okay, yeah, let's pop that on the other one. Okay, link these two. I'll wrap these up and then we'll get on with it. up. Oh, I could have gotten out an ear wire while I was at it, huh? That's okay. Okay, now let's set them aside for just a moment. Let's knock these out. I'm uneven. Why am I uneven? Probably have a jump ring or something under there. All I know is it keeps going thump 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 thump, and it's weird. I don't typically use my round nose pliers for this, but hey, they were already on there and it made it mighty quick. Have a little kitty cat hair on there. Little kitty cat hair. Don't mind me and the kitty cat hair. And it's still there. Woohoo. He's going all over the place. And then our last two. Stay on there, little fella. He wasn't wanting to stay on there because normally we don't do this with our round nose pliers. Boy, it made it really nice to just flip it around, huh? There we go. So let's come in here with my nail clippers. These little bitty wires, it's just so easy for me to do that with the nail clippers. For my other ones, no, not so much. But for these, I can get just right in there, like right in there, and I still have that little kitty cat hair stuck to me. So come right in there. Pop him off. I don't even have a tail. Let's come right on in there. Actually, on this one, I'll come down from the top. No tail. I don't know where that went. Okay. See, look at that. Like, will wrap this up, and then I will actually see what I want to do on that other design for a necklace instead, because it's on my mind now, and see if I can get that knocked out today. That'd be super fun because I'm really excited about it. It's really, really cute. Oh, wrong ones. Boy, I'm just wanting those to be seriously multi-purpose today, aren't I? Good, good. This guy could use a little something, something. Okay, so we'll just straighten these out. Oh, he's super wonky. Okay, so we'll grab the bottom here. And we'll pop on one of these. This guy in the middle. Actually, let's do a little guy in the middle. Little guy in the middle. And then this guy. Oh, he's turning on me. Quit turning. I can't see anything. There it is. There you go. Stay down there. Oh my, oh my. Oh my, oh my. He just keeps turning. There we go. I didn't know if I was going to get that. Oh my goodness, super cute. Look at that. Look at that. Super cute. Okay. Let's see if we have better luck on this one. Wrong side. Okay, so we'll pop him on. Pop him on. And then this guy. Closed up. Let's grab an ear wire, and that is adorable. Let's go with gunmetal. 2 of them. That works. This guy open instead of our ear wire. And our whole flower turns, so it doesn't matter really which side we go with on that. It all turns. Alrighty. Super cute, right? Oh. Did I? Oh, is he not? Hold on. Oh no, he's not closed all the way. He's my little turning guy. He's the guy that likes to turn. Let's update him. Let's open up a little more and pop him back on. Well, I'm glad that happened then. Well, right before I do pictures, I always check them all out anyways. Because sometimes I'm in a hurry for just tutorial purposes, you know? Not an excuse, but yeah. Okay, let's scooch all this over here. And this is our bracelet and pair of earrings. Fun, cute, and different, right? Just cute, different, and fun. I really like that. I really like those cha-chas with this. See how those just really look well. Love it. My friends, thank you for being here with me today. Thanks for going through this. Something a little new and different, right? And I'm going to start working on that other bracelet, making it into a necklace, and doing that tutorial. Until we meet back here, I hope you're having a fantastic weekend. Bye-bye.